Acolytes, Rev is at it again. Unhinged Tesla boycott are going to bankrupt Reddit. Nice.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So if you're like me and you've been paying attention to social media over the past couple of years, but definitely over the past couple of months, you might have noticed an uptick in extremist content existing on various social media platforms, largely due to inefficient moderation. Now, normally people blame boogeyman targets like anonymous messaging boards and stuff like that for this sort of content. However, this big uptick we're seeing is on mainstream platforms like Reddit, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. We're seeing people get away with violent speech, glorifying and encouraging violence that is not a free speech issue. This is not something that is protected free speech, and it certainly violates the website's TOS.
And it shouldn't be, by the way. I am still standing behind it. If it's that unhinged, just no. No. As soon as you start harassing someone or threatening someone, no. Just ban them.
All of those platforms, but nothing's happening. Largely, these threats of violence and calls for violence are being ignored for what can only be described as political reasons. Now, one of the big waves of violent rhetoric has to do with Elon Musk. A lot of people are angry about Elon Musk, and they're attacking him on multiple social media platforms, and doing so while targeting some of his businesses, beginning with this morning an attack on X, where there was a massive cyber attack on X, where basically Elon Musk claims either a large coordinated group and / or a country is involved. And if you were like me trying out X this morning, yeah, there was plenty of blackout times. You couldn't operate the website. It was completely unusable. But that's convenient timing because right now there is a big boycott against Tesla, another company owned by Elon Musk, where people are attacking Elon as well as Tesla drivers and trying to label them all as Nazis. Now, of course, it's a bit of a stretch to say that about someone who is driving an electric car, but given the desperation that these people are having right now, they are stretching to the extremes here to try to justify violence against people they disagree with, or people use products they disagree with, or made by people who they disagree with. It's pretty insane, right? So I'm going to give you kind of a breakdown of...
Yeah, and the thing is, yes, people just look for freaking any justification to do stuff like this, and at the end, I mean, it's just coming, and people should start to actually think about, well, I hope that they start getting banned for harassment like this, even though let's be honest here, I don't really give a F about if specifically, how is he called, Elon Musk gets harassed. I still disagree with it because no, he's still a human being and he shouldn't be harassed. But if a big company from somebody who has enough money to actually go silent and just have his peace, it's still bad, but I don't feel that bad for him. Does this make sense? Yeah, probably.
How desperate and crazy things have gotten with this sort of movement here over the past couple of weeks, beginning with this. So initially, like I said, it's kind of hard to call someone a Nazi for simply driving an electric car. So now you have these, the good guys out there going around and spray painting swastikas on people's Teslas. Because in their mind, spray painting a swastika is their way of combating bigotry. Yeah, make it make sense. But people would go even further. We would see some boycotts where a lot of the people are paid to be there, by the way. They're starting to basically say we need to stop purchasing Teslas and we have to boycott these factories and these showrooms.
And by the way, I was on one of those boycotts. You just had to be present for an hour and I got like $100 for it. Yeah, €100 for just being present. And I was like, exactly an hour, and the people were like, yeah, come on, man, yes, stay with us, you believe in our thing. I was like, no, I think it's bullshit, but I take €100 for an hour. Just give it to me, I don't give a F. Luckily, I didn't get recorded in any way. What I did was actually, I just hid behind a brush, laid down, slept for an hour, then just woke up, went in there, was like, yeah, I want my money. So there's that.
And you can see the kind of people who are lining up on a random weekday afternoon to support this kind of stuff.
We're boycotting Tesla. I sold my Tesla. I traded it in for a Subaru, actually.
Shut up, Elon! Go home, Elon! When you already have
Oh, and by the way, the vandalism with the swastika thing shouldn't happen. No, don't do it.
300 billion, why do you need more? Wake up! Fight back!
I have friends who are undocumented.
As a queer person, I've been affected by this. Elon
Oh,
is the
for it.
biggest clown there is, so I decided to dress up as a clown today.
Elon is. This is beautiful. The irony is sipping through. It's
So I decided to dress up as a clown today.
okay.
Amazing. There's
Yeah.
one more portion of this video uploaded by Channel 5, who's a great channel, by the way, if you want to check them out. But
Okay.
this really kind of sums
Oh, I'm
up the
gonna.
mentality of the people who are masquerading as the good guys in this situation.
Wake up. It's happening way too fast. And if you don't stand up and protect the other groups, you're going to be next. It took Hitler a year from January of 33 till May of 33.
What?
Yeah, the math ain't mathing on
Yeah,
that one, but
no.
okay.
To come after the gypsies, which are brown people and migrated and did labor work. 33, 34, 35, 36. Unionists, socialists, trans, and gays. And then in 37, they came after the Jews, Night of the Broken Glass. So that...
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. The guy that's wearing the pink thing on his hair, I think it's a mob. For F's sake, you are a disgrace for trans people. I do not care. I mean, I know too. And for F's sake, just get the F out here. They are actually trying to look as feminine as they can. Not this. Come on.
That's the progression that we're going through
I'm
right
gonna
now.
probably get...
And, you know, the Jews didn't stand up for people at the beginning. They were making money. You know, they were industrialists.
Yep, so it all comes out, right? The person who's waving around this swastika
Of course.
on the label of
Doesn't
Tesla,
like
who's
Jews.
trying to fight against all this bigotry, is spreading something that's anti-Semitic. Many such cases, by the way. But things would keep escalating. You can see now people are getting attacked in real life for the crime of driving a Tesla in public. You can see this
Yep.
maniac in this video posted on Reddit.
Freaks.
Chasing down someone driving a Tesla, actually hitting their vehicle in broad daylight. And this courageous man is getting 12,000 upvotes on Reddit. And you'll notice a theme here. A lot of posts from Reddit with a lot of likes on stuff like this. Then
Yep.
you have people going a
Unhinged. Uneffing hinged.
step further. Now you have hundreds of New Yorkers swarming and shutting down a Tesla dealership in Manhattan. 6 people were arrested after occupying the showroom. This one has 140,000 upvotes.
What the? Wait, but what is this? Whoa, what the hell? Wait, what is this? What the hell? Where do we get a mouth on? Wait, what are you doing to this guy?
Hey.
As you can see, massive waste of resources. Also, breaking windows and going after employees. I don't understand, again, what the end game here is and what their goal is and what this is going to accomplish other than just wreaking havoc on mostly just people who have nothing to do with Elon Musk. But then you have some of the inevitable consequences like this. People are now going around and burning Teslas, burning Cybertrucks. You know, people's vehicles getting completely torched because, again, somehow this is going to lead to something happening. I'm not sure what. But you can see, right? This is kind of the inevitable result of all this stuff. This rhetoric that's been spread on social media where people think this is okay. It's been escalating over and over again and ramping up over the past couple of weeks because mainly a lot of these social media platforms, they allow it to exist They allow it to normalize within people. They think this is some heroic deed, and it's crazy. And like I said, what's the end game here? I'm not sure. But like I said, Reddit is one of the...
Yeah, the thing is, they just have to get shafted for F's sake. Honestly, this is just... It's actually really disgusting behavior at the end of the day. And I mean, people who actually drive Teslas, I think they are... It's not the best investment, let's just say it like that. For the most part. Teslas are getting better and better over time. This is as far as I'm gonna admit it. But the rest, just don't harass them. They already made a bad investment investing in Teslas for F's sake. You don't have to punish them more. Just if they say something, you hear they are having a Tesla, just be like, yeah, good to know, good to know.
Platforms that has a lot of this stuff on there, and it's way beyond just people encouraging boycotts or vandalizing these buildings or anything like that. Calls to violence are very regular on Reddit right now, and that's part of the reason the stock is absolutely plummeting. You can see it's down 20% today. That's right. The stock of Reddit has gone down 20% in one day.
Yeah.
In fact, you go back a month, it's down 52%. This is an absolute bloodbath, and this is in part because of these calls to violence that have been completely ignored. The only time Reddit even begins to respond to this stuff is under legal threats from people like Elon Musk. Because, for example, with him, there were hundreds of posts glorifying violence against him, threatening him, and also trying to plot out literal assassination attempts against him. And Reddit wouldn't lift a finger. It's absolutely insane. Reddit's always been a weird echo chamber, but it's gotten so bad that now pretty much anything goes if it's being directed in a certain way. And it's gotten so ridiculous that Reddit has to now go around and punish people for upvoting violent content, which these...
I'm gonna be honest, they deserve this. And every single one who actually upvotes violence and stuff like that, it's just unhinged at best. Just, this is the situation where we are at now. Harassment was just welcomed and was appreciated and was just there. Nobody did anything about it. Now that Reddit is plummeting, good. Let them suffer. Let them fall. Let them be deleted. If Reddit falls, that's a very good thing in my opinion. Not because I dislike the site. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about Reddit. Simple as that. It has some useful information, especially if it comes to game guides, but more than that, I don't care about it. And if it goes away, well, a different site will take its place. Simple as that. But it will be a very, very good presentation of what happens if you let people get too unhinged.
These Redditors are not happy about. So that's how low this has gotten. It's basically out of control at this point with the number of threads making violent threats and calls to violence and stuff like that. And now they have to go around and say, even if you're liking this stuff, we have to take action, because I think they're getting so nervous about how things are going, but they have no one to blame but themselves. Let's see some of the stuff that's going on with Reddit. So you have this post right here, cheering on domestic terrorism without any repercussions. Absolute insanity. This is titled, Seems Like They Can't Protect All Tesla Dealerships, with 6,000 updates here where they were smashing the windows of this Tesla dealership. And you can also see there's some law enforcement there. And you can see from the actual thread, listen to the reasoning of some of these people getting a lot of support, by the way. Cause. Cops are pulled away from duties to stand ceremoniously before a billionaire's business. Effects. Less cops are available to respond to incidents that could arise at other businesses owned by said billionaire. No, what I'm actually reading is resources are being wasted on a Tesla dealership because a bunch of wackadoos online are throwing bricks at their windows when those law enforcement and other resources could be used helping people in need.
Yes.
That's what I'm reading here. That's what any
Ref
sane
is correct
person is
about
reading.
this.
Like, all these comrades, these heroes right here supporting this stuff, if you were in trouble and resources were being used to patch up windows at a Tesla dealership, I think you'd feel pretty stupid.
Yep.
But you can see what they're saying here. Laws are being put in
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody is very, well, gracious with the lives of others, not with their own. So, yeah.
motion
that's
to
that.
protect the new American SS police. Politicians know what they're doing. There's a reason. Things will get worse for the U.S. Yes, American SS police. This is like literally insane. They must think they live in an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. Like, it's crazy. Then down here, this person said, cause vandalism shouldn't be condoned. You don't get to pick and choose when it's okay to do something like throwing a brick through a window. Minus 26 downvotes, by the way. And then people just justifying this. You get the point. Here's another post that was actually taken down and then reposted here. This person saying, imagine being happy at the sight of this. Where it says, France being based for destroying a swastika dealership outlet. Yeah, you can see there was thousands of likes on this. A French dealership completely burned to the ground. And that's based, according to Reddit.
What? I really hope no innocents got hurt with this one. This is just unhinged. Oh.
Again, these people can espout their radical and extremist beliefs. You probably can't stop all of them, but Reddit can. I mean, these posts are getting huge traction and they're up for days, if not weeks, before they even consider lifting a finger. And like I said, they only consider it when they're being threatened with legal action or actual consequences for allowing this stuff. Here's another one saying, for those who missed it, an overt call to violence hit the top of Reddit yesterday, received over 20,000 upvotes before being removed. It says, make America great again, with a picture of Elon Musk with a bullseye on his head, and then it says, make Nazis dead again. Yes, 20,000 upvotes, and it was on the front page, the top of Reddit yesterday. And then you see some more stuff like this, hundreds of votes here, talking about an Elon quote right here, where this person quotes something from history saying, let us end them all without mercy, and let it be a war of extermination and without pity. Yes, these are the anti-bigots, by the way. But then you also have crazy posts like this. This one got a lot of attention, where this person named Clarinator said they're organizing a group right now and packing their gun. Ape together strong. Edit, bringing my daily carry pistol, not my entire collection, yada, yada, yada. And this person says, wisely, perhaps by chance that saying you're armed and marching on DC on Reddit isn't the smartest statement to share on the internet. Which, by the way, this got less likes than the original post. More people support this than this person making this observation. In fact, they got ratioed down here by the original poster saying, it's time. It's a class war. Deny, defend, depose, which is, of course, the Luigi quote. So, yeah, not surprising when you see stuff like that all over the website, that all of a sudden you have news stories like this coming out. Secret Service shoot man carrying gun near White House. I can't believe this is happening. Man, where are people getting the ideas for this kind of stuff? Oh, that's right. It's being helped and normalized by all of these viral posts on places like Reddit. And of course, they're not happy about these new rules that are barely being implemented, by the way. There's only a few of the biggest posts being taken down. You can see Redditors are furious. They can't support domestic terrorism without consequence. So you can see the update here saying repeatedly upvoting violent content on Reddit can now get you flagged. And they say a list of what's considered violent content. What? What are you, like an alien that just dropped down to Earth? You need an explanation of what is violent content? I think it's pretty easy. If there's something promoting violence. There you go, buddy.
By the way, Klugscheißer like him, instant effing delete. Not ban, but instant delete. At the start, Acolytes, I actually tried to talk to people like this. Just try to reason with them. Total time waste. Just delete them. Just get them out. It's fine. And I actually, after I came home, Acolytes, I had a really unhinged guy in one of my videos where I actually talked about the internet thing with the internet ID thing. Unhinged. Instantly went from, well, you have to present an ID, well, you can also just off us all because we have to defend ourselves. It's the same thing as being actually offed. I was like, what the F? This went from -100 to a freaking 180.
Here's one saying, I upvoted a picture of a burned Tesla dealership and got a warning. Really? That's crazy.
Good.
And this person says, the Muscovites / his paid astroturfers are out in full force, mass reporting on any anti-Musk sentiment. Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Okay.
I'm glad these guys are the ones really pursuing the truth here.
See, by the way, just so you know, need a list of what is considered violent content. This is a Klugscheißer. Just delete him. I uploaded a picture of porn Tesla. F him. Tech drama. The Moscovitz is paid, blah, 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 blah. This is an opinion. This would be, in my opinion, fine. This person would be instantly deleted from my channel. Just so you know.
Truth here. You can see somehow these subreddits are like furious. So the pop culture subreddit, because of course the pop culture subreddit says due to Reddit admins being complete effing morons, this sub is now closed. They created a rule yesterday without warning that anyone upvoting a post that they deem encouraging violence will subject them to a ban. The other mod in this sub is the one who actually did everything, was suspended for upvoting an article about backlash to Trump's weird AI Instagram video. And then cope and seethe and more cope and seethe. These people are distraught because they're being told no by Reddit and being told they can't support extremist content. You know what, right now, given the stock and how low it is plunging right now, Elon Musk could do the funniest thing ever. You don't have to like the guy, but he could do the funniest thing ever with Reddit. And I don't care if it burns Reddit down with it, because this platform is a complete mess, and it's it's literally disgraceful at this point. But there's one thing I want to point out here. There's a clip from Asmongold here. I want to really briefly react to this because he's talked about this a little bit too, and some of the dangers and possible implications, not just for these bad actors on Reddit, but also people who are not violating the rules, who are going to be basically collateral in this whole situation.
Imagine advocating for heavy content moderation, then complain when it gets turned back on you. Yep, there it is. And I find this also to be funny, is that Reddit is a very censorial website. Like, they constantly ban people for things that are like wrong think, right? Or having the wrong opinion or saying the wrong thing about something.
I mean, that's how it's been for a long time. Like, if you're not very far on the left, you're probably going to find yourself getting banned pretty quickly. And even if you're someone on the left and you dare to question anything going on there, you question any narratives, you have really, I don't know, like free thinking skills, you're going to get banned too. Like, it's actually the biggest echo chamber, I think, on any social media platform. So seeing the current climate, I think it's making these people literally lose their minds. They're losing their minds, and now they're just allowing all of this violent rhetoric.
And now these people are on the receiving end of it, and they're crying about free speech. But they were never crying about free speech from people that they were getting banned. And so billionaires are terrified. Let's keep going. Yep, this is going to be, they got to deal with it. It's getting bad. It's getting real bad. These people are speed running internet real ID.
And that's something...
Oh, I didn't even realize that this is actually also an ID thing. Now I just, I'm so Acolytes, well, the undeaf just does things to your mind sometimes.
I think is a genuine possibility out of all of this, where you're going to be required to hand over your identification just to use social media platforms, and you might have to literally show your full legal details just to have an account, because people are completely unaccounted for. They're doing crazy stuff. They're posting extremist stuff on places like Reddit, and they're getting away with it because no one's challenging them. Not even the own platforms they're on are not moderating them. And now it's going to get to a point where if this stuff isn't moderated, it's going to cause big trouble, and they're going to get big pressure from the government, for example, and eventually they're going to have to really crack down, or it'll give way to things like internet ID. And it's going to be a really, really bad situation. And again, people might dislike Elon Musk or this or that. You don't bend the rules just because you dislike the person that's being targeted by some of this stuff, right? If you're a free speech advocate, don't worry. Violent glorification in posts like that is not protected free speech. I mean, that should be obvious. And at the very least, it's not supported by the TOS of these websites. They're literally shooting themselves in the foot every single day by allowing this stuff. And I think any reasonable person can understand why this stuff shouldn't be allowed on platforms like Reddit or Twitter or Twitch. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts.
Rev, thank you. You legend. Yeah, this is actually quite interesting for me because Rev had a different angle on it than Chibi. And both angles are, by the way, very legit. Not gonna say anything else about it. But it's still very interesting how people actually, like, two different creators just see it totally differently. And I didn't even recognize that the essence of the entire thing. No, I mean, there are different essences, but came out with the same roots. Maybe this makes more sense. Yeah, I think so. Hey, but at the end of the day, Acolytes, I have to think about this one. Good night.